Okay, hello third grade. We are wrapping up chapter 13, so we can go on to our writing project in chapter 14. You may have gotten the books that I sent home instead of you guys choosing your own subjects, since the things are the way they are. I chose a subject for you. So in the next few lessons, when we work up to the test, you guys can be using extra time to read through your biographies, because that's going to be one of your sources for your report that you're going to be doing for the next project. So take a look at page 243. We're starting with review of articles, adverbs, and adjectives. Remember that adverbs modify verbs, and adjectives modify nouns. And then articles, that's your a, an, and the. So, number one, and blank describes a verb. So the verb right there, that word is the clue, and it would be adverb. So be goes in that first space. Number two, and blank describes a noun. And we already talked about that. We know that it's an article does not describe a noun, so it must be C. An adjective describes a noun. Number three, and blank tells how, when, and where. So how, when, and where is where something would be happening. And our happening verbs are action, or happening words are verbs, are action verbs. So that one would be, number three would be. Number four, a, an, and the are special adjectives called articles. So that would be A. And number five, and blank tells about what kind or how many. So what kind of, that would be a noun, and what modifies a noun is an adjective. So number five would be C. An adjective tells what kind or how many. Now we're filling in the circle next to the correct adjective to complete each sentence. Adam's bicycle is blank than Thad's. We're comparing two, and if we're comparing two, then it should be what ends in ER, newer. So fill in the space by newer, the circle. Number seven, Reagan can kick the ball, the blank, of anyone on the team. So if it's anyone on the team, you know that it's more than two people. So if it's three or more, then you would put the EST. That's called a superlative form. It would be farthest. Number eight, Emily is the blank child in the group. Now it sounds like the group is more than two kids. So if it's three or more, then it would be what ends in EST. She is the tallest. Number nine, now we're reading the pair of sentences and filling in the circle next to the correct sentence. I'm glad that we're in the habit of reading our directions. The moving truck is the biggest one Dad could rent. Or the bottom one, the moving truck is the biggest one the Dad could rent. If you look at the differences between the two, when you get to the word biggest, it is spelled differently in each one. Now, big, that's one syllable, short vowel, ends in a consonant, so you double that consonant. So your correct answer should be the bottom one, biggest, biggest. Number 10, this box of books is heavier than that box, or this box of books is heaviest than that box. How many are they comparing? Two boxes, right? So two boxes means that you put ER at the end. And look what they did to the word heavy. They changed the Y to I and added ER before they put it on. So the top one is correct. Number 11, I'll carry the lighter one. I'll carry the lighter one or the lighter one. Is there a Y on light? So then it wouldn't have change the Y to I and add ER. It would be the bottom one that is correct. Because you only have an I in there before the ER if it is, if there was a Y at the end of the base word. At the bottom, underline the correct adjective to complete the sentence. Katrina thinks horses are interestinger or more interesting than dogs. Interesting, that's a long word. And when it's a long word, you put the word more with it. So it would be more interesting. Underline that. The yellow roses are the brightest or most bright in the yard. Is bright a long word? It's short word, just one syllable, so it would be brightest. And it's also talking about all the roses in the backyard. Number 14, snakes are more unusual or most unusual pets than cats. They're comparing two. So then that would be more unusual instead of most. Hurricanes are the more terrible or most terrible storms I know. Since they're talking about all different kinds of storms, then it would be most terrible because they're comparing more than two. Now on page 244, underline the correct article. Remember your articles are a, an, and the. A is the one you use if your noun starts with a consonant, and an is the one you use if the noun starts with a vowel sound. So a or an elephant is a large animal. Elephant starts with eh. That's a vowel sound, so it would be an elephant. "17, the or a elephant has a long trunk." Now we already said in 16 that it should have been an elephant, so we know that it shouldn't be it shouldn't be a. So that would be the elephant has a long trunk. 18, its truck can pick up a or an small peanut. Small starts with s, that's a consonant sound, so it would be a small peanut. Sometimes elephants are in a or an circus act. Circus starts with sound, that's a consonant sound, so it would be a circus act. People enjoy watching the or an circus acts. And we already said that circus starts with a consonant sound, so it wouldn't be an. It would be the circus acts. So now we're choosing between an and the. We need to think about if that noun starts with a vowel sound or a consonant sound. So 21, animal starts with a. That's a vowel sound, so it should be an animal. 22, monkey starts with that's a consonant sound, so it should be a monkey. 23, clown starts with a k sound, so that's consonant, it'd be a clown. 24, acrobat starts with a, that's a vowel sound, so it'd be an acrobat. Now we have to do some sorting out. Read each sentence, decide whether the underlined word is an adjective or an adverb. Now remember that adjectives describe nouns, adverbs describe verbs. Yesterday it rained all day. When did it rain? Yesterday. So rained is your verb. That means yesterday is your adverb. So put an X under adverb across from 25. 26, Shanna wore an orange sweater. What kind of sweater was it? It was orange. Sweater is a noun, so orange is an adjective. The sweater has small flowers on it. What kind of flowers? Flowers is a noun, so small is an adjective. Today the weather is sunny. Sunny is describing the weather. That makes sunny an adjective. We will have our picnic here. Where will we have it? So here is telling where we will have it. And that would be an adverb because it's describing where you will have your picnic. Now write an adjective or an adverb to describe the underlined word. The flower has blank petals. If you just said how many, it could be 5 petals, 8 petals. If you said what shape or what kind, it could say long petals, short petals. So you can pick if you want to know if you want to say what color they are, that would be a good adjective there. Could be purple petals or yellow petals or red petals. Number 31, the woman walked blank along the path. So that would be an adverb. How do you think she's walking? She could walk quickly. She could walk slowly. So answers on those two will vary. You can use your imagination. Just make sure that you use an adjective to describe petals in the first one and an adverb to describe walked in the second one. Now with commas. We gathered leaves, pebbles, and flowers. I see 3 things there. Remember what we do with 3 things? 2 commas. Leaves, comma, what's the next one? Pebbles, comma, and flowers. So 2 commas with 3 things. Number 33, Randy, watch your step. You can hear where the pause is. So where it says, where after Randy, that's where your comma goes. If it's someone's name, you say their name first, comma, and then the rest of the sentence. Now, you guys are doing your chapter review homework tonight, and then tomorrow we will be correcting that, and I will give you your test. Thank you very much.